Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, we begin the story of a man whose knowledge and integrity illuminated the path of the entire Ummah. A man whose compiled collection of Hadith is still studied and followed by Muslims across the world. Yes, we are speaking of none other than Imam Al-Bukhari rahimahullah. Imam Bukhari's full name was Muhammad ibn Ismail al-Bukhari. He was born in the year 194 Hijri in Bukhara, which is in present day in Uzbekistan. When he was still a child, a great sorrow struck his life. His father passed away. His father, Ismail ibn Ibrahim, was a respected Muhaddith scholar of Hadith. Imam Bukhari became an orphan at a very young age, but Allah blessed him with a mother who never allowed him to feel alone. She raised him with such care and wisdom that the world witnessed how a mother can raise a son to wear the crown of sacred knowledge. One day, at very young, when he lost his eyesight, yes, both his eyes went completely blind. But his mother didn't lose hope. She devoted herself to supplication day and night. It is narrated that one night she saw Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, in her dream. He said, "Allah has accepted your weeping prayers. The eyesight of your son has been restored." And by morning, Imam Bukhari started to see again. My dear friends, Imam Bukhari memorized the Quran at the age of 7. His mother personally arranged for his education. Their home was filled with an atmosphere of knowledge. Imam al-Bukhari's mother never let worldly distractions come in the way of his learning. One day, when he was just 10 years old, he attended a lecture. The teacher made a mistake while narrating a hadith chain of transmission. Young Imam Bukhari immediately corrected him. Everyone was shocked. How could such a small child notice such a deep error? The teacher checked the sanad chain, and indeed he was wrong. He then declared, "This boy holds the status of elders despite his young age." By the age of 11, he had begun discussing the chains of narration, the narrators, and their character in depth. He once said, "I do not only memorize the text of every hadith, but also its complete chain, and I know the life details of every narrator within it." At 16, Imam Bukhari traveled to perform Hajj with his mother and brother. While there, he said, "I will not return from here. I will remain in Makkah and Medina to seek knowledge." His mother, tears in her eyes, gave him her heartfelt dua. "My son, if you are leaving all this for the sake of knowledge, then Allah will be your protector." After Hajj, he remained in Makkah. Then he journeyed to Medina, and from there to Basra, Kufa, Baghdad, Syria, Egypt. Every land where knowledge lived, he traveled. But the journey was far from easy. There were times when he had no food, nights spent alone in strange cities, but his heart carried only one desire: to deliver the message of Allah with truth and sincerity. There's a powerful incident from one of his journeys. Imam Bukhari was traveling, carrying about 200 dirhams in silver coins. A fellow traveler became friendly with him, gaining his trust. So, trusting on that man, Imam Bukhari shared the secret that he was carrying these coins. The very next morning, the man started shouting, "Someone has stolen my money. My money has been stolen." Panic spread across the caravan. Everyone's belongings were searched. When they reached Imam Bukhari, his face remained calm and peaceful. Nothing was found with him. Later, the man asked him privately, "Where did you hide the money?" Imam Bukhari smiled and said, I threw it into the river. He asked in shock, "Why would you do that?" Imam Bukhari replied, "I did not want the name of a Muhaddith to be tarnished because of me. I would rather lose money than let doubt fall upon my character. I want to leave this world without any stain on my name." But his trials were not over. Years later, when Imam Bukhari returned to his hometown of Bukhara, the governor of the city asked him to come to the palace and teach Hadith to his children privately. Imam Bukhari replied with dignity, "I do not humiliate knowledge by taking it to the doors of kings. Whoever wishes to learn must come to the masjid like everyone else." This made the governor furious. He ordered Imam Bukhari to leave Bukhara, the city of his birth. He was forced to depart, with no home to return to, but he left with honor, not humiliation. Later, he moved to Khartank, a small village near Samarkand. It was there, during the night of Eid, that Imam Bukhari made a heartfelt dua. "O Allah, the earth has become narrow for me despite its vastness, so take me to yourself." That very night, his soul returned to his Lord. Thousands attended his janazah, and even today, his grave is visited by people who honor his legacy. For the sake of knowledge, he walked from city to city, visited every major muhaddith in person. He traveled like ordinary men, but his intention was so pure that Allah raised him to such a rank. That's why his book Sahih Al-Bukhari became the most authentic book after the Quran. Every chapter of his life is a lesson in patience, conviction, and the sacred passion for knowledge. His story teaches us, when your intention is pure, Allah Himself opens the doors to your path. The story has begun, but there's still much more to discover. We'll meet again in the next episode, inshallah. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. And for more stories like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Well then, it's time to wrap up this video. Out of the 365 days in a year, today is 169. You were listening to the voice of Faisal. Let's part with a verse. Have something on your mind? Some thoughts you'd like to share? Drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Hold tight to this channel and stay connected with us right here on Fiza-e-Dastan.